Welcome to Yoga Stretch. My name is Katy. Today we're going to strengthen your legs. Yoga is wonderful because it uses body weight to strengthen muscles and joints. And as we move into our standing postures, we're going to shift the weight in our feet, and that will help to strengthen our ankles and our legs. So let's try a few of those leg strengthening exercises today, and come and join me lying on the floor. Now just take a comfortable lying position, let your feet roll out, press your elbows in the floor and draw your shoulder blades downwards and inwards at the bottom, chin tucks in, and you can place the hands just lightly on the belly, resting the elbows on the floor. Now start to relax in the legs and the hips and into the shoulders and the neck. Let's breathe into the belly and bring our focus onto our body and our breathing. Now bring your arms to your sides and bring your toes forward, pointing them up to the ceiling. Now let's breathe in, bring the arms over the head, point the toes away and reach to the opposite ends of the room. Arch your back, breathe into the ribs, expand them right out and breathe out, hands down to sides and flex your feet. Let's do that again. Breathe in, big stretch, reach with your fingers and toes. Stretch the front of your body, stretch your legs, and breathe out, hands to sides. Now we're going to breathe in, bring the arms over the head, and this time we're going to reach through the right arm, right leg. Same arm and leg, reach nice and long, stretch through the arm, stretch through the leg, and release. Let's try that again. Reach through the same arm and leg, stretching nice and long, and then release. Try the other side now. Left side of the body, left arm and leg. Breathe in, big reach, and breathe out to release. Let's do that again. Breathe in, big stretch, and breathe out to release. Now a diagonal stretch, so right arm, left leg, big stretch across the body, and then release. Let's do that again. Big diagonal stretch, and release, and changing sides, left arm, right leg, big reach, and release. One more time, big stretch, and release. Now bring your hands down to sides and toes forward. Let's walk the feet to the end position, bring the knees to the chest, one at a time. So link your fingers, wrap them around your knees, draw your tummy down, lengthen through your lower spine. Now lift your legs up to the ceiling. You can hold the backs of legs, or you can just keep your legs up with your own body strength. So tighten your tummy, flatten it down, extend the legs a little longer. Now you can link your fingers, turn your hands inside out in a Venus lock and bring the arms over the head. Chin tucks in, lengthen through the back of the neck. Nice firm waist. Now let's work into the lower leg by pointing and flexing. Can we feel the calves and the shins working when we point and flex our feet? And let's rotate the ankles, just nice circles. And then circle back the other direction. Okay, beautiful. So let's bend the knees. Bring the hands to the knees and draw the knees down again. Rock, take a little rock from side to side on the lower back, just to stretch the lower back out. And lower one foot down and then the other. Bring your hands to your sides. We're going up into a bridge pose. So just make sure you slide your shoulder blades downwards and flatten them on the floor. Breathe into the belly. Breathe out, navel to spine, squeeze the bottom of your buttocks and peel the vertebrae off the floor. Just adjust your head and your shoulder blades, make sure they're flat. back of neck extended, and feet nice and comfortably under the knees. Now this is a lovely posture for your legs. This works into thighs, buttocks and backs of the legs and strengthens the knees. So let's breathe in and breathe out. Roll back down again, one vertebrae at a time. Pull the navel in towards the spine and round out that lower back. That's it, beautiful. Let's breathe into the belly. Breathe out, navel to spine. Squeeze into the bottom of the buttocks and peel the vertebrae off the floor, one at a time. Now, we're going to draw the thighs together, just the upper part of the thighs. The knees will come together a little. Can you feel your buttocks squeeze just that tiny bit more? Let's lift the hips just a bit higher. Release the shoulders. Try not to tighten up around the neck. That's it. Now we're going to breathe in, arms overhead. And breathe out. We're going to roll down, one vertebrae at a time, rounding out that lower back, giving it a good stretch. Breathe into the belly, breathe out, rolling up. Now breathe in just as you're lifting the last few vertebrae up. Breathe in, big breath, and breathe out, rolling back down again. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Peel the vertebrae off the floor and big breath in. Okay, beautiful, and roll down. Let's roll up again. Breathe out. Flatten that lower spine. Breathe in. Arms over the head. Now we're going to lead the arms over the head and lift the hips up. Now draw the thighs towards each other. A little extra squeeze in the buttocks. Lift the hips just a little higher. Now draw your shoulders towards your hips so they're right away from the ears and you're lovely and comfortable. Take 3 breaths into the belly and keep drawing those thighs towards each other to help squeeze into that buttocks. Don't let the hips drop. Take one more big breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's roll down one vertebrae at a time and float those hands down by your sides. Okay, knees to chest. One knee at a time. Give them a nice big hug. Rock from side to side and just stretch out that lower back. Now bring your arms to a T position and lower your knees to one side. Turn your head to the other side. Try to keep your shoulder blades flat on the floor. Breathe into the side of the body that's open. Now extend your top leg and you can place your hand nearest the leg onto the knee, or you can slide it down to the ankle and hold your big toe. If you can, draw your bent knee back and hold the big toe with your other hand. So we're now holding both toes with each hand. You can also hold your foot if it's more comfortable for you. And then release. Let's bring those knees up to the chest and roll them back down to the other side. Turn your head the opposite way. Check in with the shoulder blades that they're flat on the floor and you're breathing into your chest. Now we've got some leg stretching. So extend your leg. You can hold your big toe or just place your hand on the knee or the calf. And on the other hand, you can hold the big toe. And let's hold both legs. That's it, beautiful. Okay, and release. Let's bring ourselves back into that end position. Bring the knees to the chest one at a time. So let's place the hands behind the knees now. We're going to do some spinal rolls. If you don't wish to roll, just stay in a seated position and we'll join you shortly. Okay, if you're going to join me in a roll, lift your head up, drop your chin to chest, relax your shoulders down, flatten your tummy. Let's breathe in and rock. And just tap your toes lightly down. Round your back before you roll and don't let your head touch the floor. So if you keep yourself in a little ball, your lower back will not flatten so much. It's when your lower back gets very flat that you stop halfway. If you keep it nice and round by pulling your tummy in and getting an extra little roundness on the way down. It's quite comfortable and easy. All right, let's do some forward bending. I want you to keep your knees bent. Bring your chest to your thighs. Lift your toes and hold the outer edge of the feet. Now I know some of you are probably very flexible and can extend your legs easily and place yourself down into a forward bend, quite a deep forward bend. But I want you to try this with me for a change. You're going to keep your chest glued to your thighs. You're going to walk your heels away. Just keep your chest nice and flat on the thighs. And then when you've gone far enough, drop your head down. Breathe into your back. Now we're going to breathe in, lift up, lengthen through the spine, pull the tummy in so the shoulders stay down. We look forward and lower ourselves down, and if you can, you're going to slide your heels away just a little bit more. And then relax forward. So you should be getting quite a big stretch in the backs of those legs. The best way to stretch them is to have a bend in the knee. So especially when we're targeting the back of the thighs. Okay, let's lift up and extend those legs now. Slide your hands behind you, just stay on your fingertips or very lightly on your palms. We want to work our back muscles. So let's lift the rib cage up, shoulders drop down, chin lifts, tummy draws in, toes are forward. If you find you're using your thighs and hips, then bend your knees a little so you can use your back just a little bit more. So let's get those shoulders down. Start to breathe into the rib cage. Keep it slightly lifted. Help those shoulder blades sit nice and flat on the back. Okay, beautiful. Let's cross the right ankle over the left and take the left hand on the right shin, right hand over the top. This is very good for the mind. The body doesn't like arms and legs being crossed. It likes everything nice and straight. So let's breathe in, lift up, pull the tummy in, breathe out, slide your hands down your legs. Now if you can, and your shoulders don't lift up to your ears, place your hands around your feet. So flex your feet, bring them forward so you can reach them more easily. Shoulders down, tummy in, and relax forward. Now you should be getting a lovely stretch in the back of the leg that's on the floor. So we should be stretching that muscle out. Our muscles often get tight during the day through the same movements or perhaps a lot of sitting. So the stretching out is going to be very beneficial to legs to give them mobility and a lot more movement than they would have if you don't stretch them out. Okay, let's release. And we're going to try that on the other side. So now the left leg goes over the right. And taking the right hand on the left leg and then the left hand over the right. That's it. Tummy in, soften yourself forward, toes forward and hold your feet if you can reach. Now if you can't reach, do not feel pressured to do so. It's wherever you are and however your body is built. Let's take a few breaths and enjoy the stretch in the leg that's on the floor. Bring your breath down to your belly. Okay, beautiful, and let's release. Sitting up nice and tall. Okay, now we're going to cross those legs, roll forward onto the hands and knees, and take a seat in the thunderbolt pose. Now the thunderbolt pose is very good for your hips, your thighs, your knees, and your ankles. So this is a very important posture to strengthen our legs. Now today we're going to place one foot on top of the other. So as I'm doing, you're going to place one foot over the top of the other and stay in the seated position if you can. Now at any time, if you find that uncomfortable, just change your seated position. Now I'm going to face forward so you can see what I'm doing quite easily. So lifting up the rib cage, shoulders drop down nice and comfortably, and the bottom of the shoulder blades just hug a little together, and this opens up our chest. We're going to do some eagle arms now, so let's bring the arms out to the side. Let's breathe in, big open chest, and breathe out, arms forward. Then take your right arm, wrap it around your left. So level 1 eagle arms, hands on shoulders, 2 backs of hands together, and 3 palms together, fingers pointing up, thumbs wrap around. Now we're going to breathe in, lift the elbows, feel a stretch around the shoulder blades, and breathe out, lower them down. Let's breathe in and lift, and breathe out to lower. Breathe in and lift, and out to lower. Let's unwrap the arms, bring the hands, the thumbs onto the thighs, and roll your shoulders. Nice big shoulder rolls. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Let's bring the arms out to the sides again. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring the arms forward. This time the left arm goes under the right. Pick your hand position, same as last time. This time we're going to bring our hands forward. So let's breathe in and breathe out. Arms go forward. Breathe in and release. Breathe out, arms go forward. Breathe in and release. And that's it. We're going to do it one more time. And extend the arms forward. That's it. Lovely. All right, unwrap those arms. Bring those thumbs into the thighs again. Breathe in and out. Nice big shoulder rolls. All right, how are those feet going? Now we're going to change our feet over. So the foot that was on top is now going to go nice and straight, and your other foot is now going to cross over the other heel. So now you have a change of foot position as I showed you earlier. All right, now this time we're going to link our fingers, turn our hands inside out, reach our arms up to the ceiling, shoulders draw down, gaze at your fingers. Now just look forward and reach the shoulders up, and then slide the shoulders down. We're going to reach them up again and slide them downwards. So reach up, shoulders lift, and breathe out. Shoulder blades slide down, right down the back. Now we're going to breathe in, lift up, and then breathe out. Rotate the hands round the back out. Breathe in, reach up. Nice big breath, and breathe out. Rotate the palms, stretch the back. One more time. That's it, beautiful, and round the back out, perfect. Then release your hands and reach them behind you in wide press. So that just means your arms are wide. You're not trying to link your fingers. Shoulders draw downward, chest lifts, tummy draws in. Otherwise, you can press the palms together, link the fingers. But if you have to pull through your wrists, I don't want you doing that, because it does work very strongly in the joints and makes your wrists uncomfortable. So if you can, you're going to bring your hands a little bit away from your hips, hugging your shoulder blades together at the back. Let's take 3 breaths here. And release. How are those feet going? All right. So I'm going to turn sideways and lift my feet up. Take a little rotation with the feet because we've sat on those ankles a little while, and we need to just stretch the feet out and let the circulation continue back in our legs. So we're going to tuck the toes under and lift up into quite a short down dog. Your heels might even go on the floor. Lift one heel up and then the other. So we're pedaling our feet. So lift and lower. Can you feel that stretch in the back of your calf? Well, this is a wonderful leg strengthening position. And see how we're moving the weight forward and backwards into our feet. Okay, lower the heels down, tighten the tummy, lift the hips, shoulders towards the hips, tummy firm. And let's pause here for a few breaths, stretching into those legs. Big breaths around the rib cage. Now we've got a dog twist, so take your right hand and hold your left calf or your ankle and look under your arm. Now I want you to get the weight evenly through your feet and take all of the weight out of your arm and try to bring your weight to the center of your mat. So you're not relying on that arm to hold you up quite so much. Now we're going to change sides. Reach your hand to the calf or the ankle on the other side. Put the weight evenly through the feet and make sure you're not leaning too heavily on that arm. Bring the body weight to the center. Big breaths. And then place your hand down. Okay, beautiful. We're going to move our body weight forward now into plank. So adjust your feet if you need to. You're going to slide your shoulder blades towards your hips. Tighten your tummy. A little squeeze in the bottom of the buttocks to straighten those hips up. Lift up from your armpits. Let's take 3 breaths. Now if you do need to bring your knees down to the floor, make sure you do then. Big breaths. Now soften your knees. Lift your hips. And we're going to step our feet together. Lift the right leg up, 3-leg dog, make sure 3 toes point to the floor, all your toes point to the floor, chest to thighs, stretch and lengthen through the arms, lunge your foot forward, back knee down, flatten the top of the foot. Take your hands onto your knee and move your hips forward. Can you feel that movement, forward and backwards? Wonderful for your legs. Lift your arms up. Roll the shoulders back and down. Gaze up if you can. Have nice, long, straight arms. Breathe into the belly. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hands to floor. Tuck your back toe under. Front foot back. Down dog. Let's pause in our down dog. You can move in your down dog. Keep it nice and loose. Keep your legs and your hips and your arms nice and mobile. Now step your feet together. Lift your left leg up, 3-leg dog. All your 5 toes point to the floor, chest to thighs. Squeeze into the bottom of the buttocks and lunge your foot forward. Lower your back knee down and flatten the foot. Hands onto the knee and move your hips forward. Let's swing those arms up. Shoulders down, gaze up. Breathe into the belly. And lower your hands down. Tuck your toe under and bring your front foot back into down dog. Now we're going to rise up on the balls of the feet, come down to the knees. We've got a child's pose. So toes together, knees can be a little bit wider and extend your arms forward, forehead on the floor. Slide your shoulders to hips and tighten your tummy. Try to sit on your heels. If you find it a little bit strong to have the elbows lifted, place them on the floor. Big breaths into the back, from the lower back to the neck. Puff your back out with your breath. Okay, lifting up into a cat and then a down dog. So this should be our normal length down dog now. Okay, so let's step our feet together. Lift the right leg up, 3-leg dog, and let's go to scorpion. So bend the knee, rotate the hip, look under the arm. Nice big stretch around the hip. It's a lovely leg strengthening exercise. Look how strong that standing leg is. And then lunge the foot forward. Between the hands, lower the back heel down. Walk your hands around sideways and bring your feet parallel. We're going to take the left hand under our chest and lift the right hand up for a twist. Shoulders towards the hips, tummy firm, hands and legs parallel. Now lower your hand down to your ankle. Bring your other hand either near your foot or on top of the other hand on the ankle. Rest your head on your arm. Move your body weight forward in your feet so it's not in your heels. Feel the legs stretch and lengthen. So lift the hips up a little more as the weight goes forward in your feet. Feel that stretch around the side of the back. Okay, let's place the hands on the floor now. Pivot your front foot forward, your back foot to a diagonal. Line your heels up. We've got a head to knee pose. So start to straighten your front leg. And sweep your arms back into wide prayer. Or you can press your palms together, link your fingers and reach your arms up. Try not to lock your front knee and draw your front hip back and your back hip forward to straighten up the hips. Big breaths around the rib cage. Now let's bend the front knee. Can we feel that leg working as we bend the knee? Put the weight evenly through the feet and bring the arms out to the side into our aeroplane. Rotate those toes down to the floor. That's it, beautiful. 3 big breaths. Place your hands on the floor. Lift the leg up nice and high. Then lower the back foot down. Bring your front foot back into a down dog. Now walk your hands to your feet. To heel your feet. So your heels are under your hips. Let's breathe in. Hands on shins. Breathe out. Slide your hands up your legs. Lift your shoulders to ears. Roll them back and draw them downwards. Now I'm going to turn around. So you'll see me more easily if I do it this way. Let's breathe in, breathe out, chin to chest, slide the hands down the legs. Bend your knees and place your hands on the floor. Step your feet back into down dog. Now let's step those feet together. Lift the left leg up, 3-leg dog, squeeze the buttocks. Now scorpion, bend the knee, rotate the hip, look under your arm or gaze down at your foot. Breathe into the side of your body that's stretching. Then lunge your foot between your hands. Walk your hands around to the front, pivot your feet so they're parallel. And take your right hand under your chest. Lift your left hand up. Make sure the hand and the feet are parallel, shoulders away from the ears, tummy firm, spine lengthened. And then lower your hand down to your calf and take the other hand either near the foot or on top of that hand. Rest the head on the arm and bring the body weight forward. Breathe into the side of your body. Lift your hips a little higher to get that stretch in the backs of the legs. This is an important strengthening move. Stretching out the legs. And then place your hands on the floor. Pivot your feet to face forward. Back foot diagonal, heels lined up. We've got our head to knee pose, so start to straighten your front leg. Feel the weight move in your foot, and that helps to strengthen up the muscles in your legs and your joints. Bring your front hip back, back hip forward. Sweep your arms back into wide prayer. Or palms together, link the fingers, reach up. Bend your front knee, put the weight forward or right over your foot. So using that tripod of balance, the heel and the base of the big toe and the base of the little toe, lifting the back leg up. And bring your arms into aeroplane wings. Tighten the tummy, keep the 5 toes pointing at the floor. Get that tripod of balance in the foot. Feel that leg stabilize, and that's really building up your muscle strength. Lower your hands down, lift your leg up. And then lower the foot down, come into your down dog. And then walk your hands towards your feet. And we're going to breathe in, breathe out, hands on shins, tighten your tummy. Just push your hips forward a little as you stack your vertebrae up one at a time. Give your back a nice stretch. Roll the shoulders back and draw them downwards. All right, let's turn around and face forward. Lifting up the rib cage, arms to sides. Mountain pose, a very important posture for most things and really good for the legs. So let's check in with our feet. Spread the toes out. Lift the arches in the feet and the outside edge of the arches. Balance on the tripod, with balance on your heels, the base of the big toe, base of the little toe, and lift your chest up. Bring the arms a little bit wider so the shoulder blades can sit flat on your back. A little squeeze in the bottom part of your buttocks, firmness in the waist, and just the tops of the thighs. Take 3 breaths here. And breathe in, reach up. And breathe out, forward fold. Chest to thighs and flat back. Then bend your knees, reach your arms up. Breathe in, chair pose. Breathe out, forward fold. Step your right foot back, left foot back into plank, shoulders towards the hips. Let's breathe in, breathe out, plank to floor, or knees and chest go down. Flatten the tops of your feet and breathe in, cobra. Press through the heels of hands, draw the shoulders down. Lift your chin. And tuck your toes under. Lift your hips up into down dog. Now we're going to do a little bit of balancing, so let's step the feet together. Lift the right leg up, 3-leg dog. Bring the chest to thighs, lift your leg nice and high, squeeze your buttocks. And then lunge your foot between your hands. And then we're going to lift the back leg up into a 1-legged handstand. And from here, we're going to come up onto our fingertips. Then take your left hand, reach it up and over, lifting the right hand up. We're floating up into a star pose. Quite challenging. So it's not a half moon, it is a star pose. All right, so we've got to lift up fairly high to do this. Now tree pose. Bring your hands to chest in prayer. Rotate forward, so that makes it even more challenging for the legs, for the balance. Lift up nice and tall. Tree pose. So you can put the position where your foot is on the floor to the calf, lift it a bit higher, or even help it up with your hand. Okay, beautiful. So we're going to bring our knee forward, step back, lower the heel down, reach one hand down and circle the other up into a triangle. So we're entering the triangle a different way. So it just challenges our body a little more. So you need to tighten the tummy, squeeze the buttocks, and make sure you rotate that thigh just a little bit to get the inner thigh working. So we need to get all sides of our legs working to strengthen them. Breathe in and breathe out, hand down to the tighten the tummy, squeeze the buttocks, front leg goes back leg goes forward, hands outside the leg. Then lift the right hand up into a reverse triangle. Your top hand can go on your hip if you want it to. Then lower your arm down, circle it down, bend your knee. Front foot goes back into down dog. Now crouch, look between your thumbs. You can walk your feet forward or take a light jump. forward fold and flat back. Breathe out, forward fold. Big breath in, sun salute. Reach up and breathe out, hands back down to sides. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in, sun salute. Reach up and breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, chair pose. Reach your arms up. Breathe out, hands to chest in prayer. Take your right elbow on your right knee. Level 1 twist. Check the knees are nice and even. Press the knees together. Work the thighs. We need to strengthen those legs so we make them nice and strong. And take the right elbow onto the left knee. Tighten the tummy and twist a little bit more. Keep the knees even, feet even. And come into a forward bend. Lift your hips up. Just stretch your legs out as much as you can. Your hands can be on the shins or arms hanging down. And then bend the knees again, chair pose. And breathe out, hands to chest. We're going to twist the other way. So left elbow on left knee. Then left elbow on the right knee. Elbow outside the knee. Keep those legs nice and strong. Tummy in. And then forward fold. Step your left foot, then right foot back to plank. Shoulders towards hips, tight tummy. Breathe in, breathe out, plank to floor. Breathe in, cobra. Tuck toes under. Breathe out, down dog. Okay, this time we'll step our feet together and lift our left leg up, 3-leg dog. And then lunge the foot between the hands and lift that right leg up, 1-legged handstand. Now we've got that star pose, the challenging one. So lift up onto fingertips, rotate your hip and circle your right arm up to the ceiling. Then lift your left hand and float yourself up into star pose. Now bring your foot into a tree pose, hands to chest in prayer. You can of course put your foot down between each move if you prefer. And now bring your knee forward, lunge the foot back for your triangle. Bring your left hand down to the floor, your right hand up to the ceiling and straighten your front leg. Okay, lovely. Now switch on your buttocks, firm tummy, shoulders towards hips. Rotate your thigh. And let's breathe into the top side of the body. Now breathe in and breathe out, hands together. Take the hands outside the leg. Tighten the tummy. And let's do our reverse triangle. Reverse triangle is quite challenging for our legs. They've got to keep quite strong around the hips. And then let your hand back, bend your front knee. Hands on the floor, front foot back into a down dog. Then step your feet together. Crouch your between your thumbs. Walk or jump your feet forward. And flat back. Forward fold. Deep breath in, sun salute. Reaching up nice and high. And breathe out, hands to sides, back to chest in prayer. Deep breath in and out. All right, lovely. Okay, give yourselves a shake. All right, we're going to do a squat. So let's toe heel our feet a little bit wider. Now breathe in, lift your arms up and breathe out. Come into your squat. So your heels are lined up with your hips. If you don't wish to squat, just take a seat in a butterfly pose. All right, so let's link the fingers, breathe in, reach up, keep the knees wide, breathe out, tighten the tummy, rotate the hands, that's it, beautiful, breathe in. Big stretch up and breathe out, rotate the palms, round the back, let's do that again. Big breath in, breathe out. Take the hands on the floor, let's come onto our knees. Now you can go sideways on your mat if it's more comfortable for you, like I'm sideways. And we're going to do a modified frog. So let's get the toes together and the knees wide. Just as wide as you can manage, and you can adjust them when you go into the forward bend position. Shoulders towards hips, tight tummy. Bring your knees as wide as you can manage to stretch the inner thighs. Now walk your hands towards your knees and we're going into a frog. So you're going to take one leg out to the side, bring your toes forward. Your ankle should be wider than your knee. Let's try that on the other side. Toes forward, bring your foot out sideways. Can be a little bit challenging getting those feet out, but have a go. Drop down to your elbows, slide shoulders to hips, tighten the tummy, and you're going to feel this on the inside of your hips. It can be a little bit unpleasant. Persevere, go gently. Move your hips back. So we should get that inner thigh stretch just inside the hips. Probably feels a little bit more uncomfortable than other stretches. Okay, let's lift up and bring those feet in. And I'm going to go sideways on my hands and knees in the cat position and take my right knee forward, coming into pigeon. Slide the left knee back. Come down to elbows. Draw the shoulders towards hips and tighten the tummy. You can stack fists or stack hands or extend your arms forward. Elbows lifted or elbows down. Just pick something that you prefer, your favourite position. And then lifting up, let's take a seat, bring the other leg over. Now, if this is uncomfortable for you, extend the bottom leg. Otherwise, keep your legs wrapped around. Keep the sit bones on the floor nicely and wrapping the arm around the knee, other arm behind the back, lifting up nice and tall, looking in front of your shoulder. Now, your back hand can wrap around your back. Your front arm can come inside the knee and hold your big toe. Let's take several breaths here. And then release. Coming back onto the knees. Now this time we're taking the left knee forward. Remember to keep your toes forward and slide your right leg back. Make sure your hips are nice and even. Onto the elbows, shoulders towards the hips, tight tummy. Stack fists, stack hands, or extend arms. Just pick something that works best for you. Breathe into the belly and the lower back to stretch the hips. And lifting up. Take a seat, Bring your back leg over your front knee. Extend the bottom leg again if this is uncomfortable. Wrap your arm around your knee, other arm behind the back. Lift up tall, shoulders down, tummy in. Look in front of your shoulder. If you can, place the arm behind the back and take the arm inside the knee and hold the big toe. And then release. Beautiful. Now we're going to bring our feet to the end position. Taking the hands behind the knees, let's walk the hands down the backs of legs. And bring the knees to the chest, one at a time. Give those knees a nice big hug and just rock from side to side. Now let's lift those legs up. You can hold the backs of the legs, or you can bring your arms to your sides and lift the hips up. Have the legs parallel to the floor, resting on your shoulder blades, chin slightly tucked in, or you can go into a plough pose. Sometimes it can be more comfortable to bring the arms over the head and hold the toes. Now you can bend your knees and bring your knees next to either side of your ears. This works a little bit more into the neck, so if you do have neck issues, this is probably not the best pose to get into. And just stay with your legs over your head. And then release, roll your back down one vertebrae at a time. Bring your arms to your sides if you're feeling a little bit wobbly. Bend your knees, place one foot down, then the other. And we've got a wrap, so walk your heels as close as you can to your hips without helping them. And then breathe into the belly, breathe out, navel to spine and peel the vertebrae off the floor. Can we feel those legs working? Draw the shoulder blades downwards and inwards, chin tucks in, squeeze the buttocks, lift the hips. Feel those thighs working. Draw the thighs towards each other. Squeeze the buttocks a little more, hips go up higher. And link your hands. If you can, come into the neck bridge, join me. Link your hands, press palms together. Come up onto your shoulders and lengthen your arms. Little fingers go to the floor and just lift the hips a little bit higher. Breathe into the belly. And then release and roll your spine down one vertebrae at a time, lengthening through the lower spine. Now let's bring the hips to the floor, one knee and then the other to your chest. Give them a hug and rock from side to side, just stretching out the lower back. Now bring your knees out wide, hold your calves or your ankles, draw your knees away. Draw your shoulder blades downwards. So as you draw your knees away, your shoulders will draw away as well. And then release your ankles, place your feet as wide as your mat, knees drop together, or come into a butterfly pose. Shoulder blades downwards, inwards. Left hand on heart center, right hand on belly. Breathe into the belly. Now bring yourself to a comfortable, relaxing position when you're ready. And just let your feet drop outwards. Just give the legs a little shake so you can relax the hips and the inner thighs. Get the hips comfortable, shoulder blades downwards, inwards. Keep your hand on your heart center and belly, or you can bring your arms to the floor. Palms up will keep your shoulder blades flatter, but anyway is fine. Let's start to breathe down to the belly. If you'd like to spend a while in relaxation, turn the video off and spend 5, 10 or 20 minutes in relaxation, and then turn the video back on to finish. So let's finish together otherwise. Moving your fingers and your toes. Walking your feet to the end position and rolling to your side. Lift up into a seated position, resting on hands on knees or in the lap. Lifting your rib cage up and let the shoulders soften down. Chin drops just slightly towards your collarbones. Bring your hands above your head in prayer and bring them down to your chest, thumbs to heart center. Let's take 3 deep breaths to energize our bodies. Breathe into the belly, ribs, shoulders and back, and breathe out. Breathe into your ribs, chest, collarbones and back, and breathe out. And take 1 more deep breath in and out at your own pace. And have a peaceful heart and a peaceful mind and a wonderful day. Namaste. Thank you for joining me on Strengthening Your Legs. If you enjoyed this video, press like and make a comment. Remember to subscribe to my channel and join me again.